Welcome students to my second class. Today I will discuss on the chapter locus of points. It is a very useful and important concept which you have to deal with because the total coordinate geometry, this is on this concept only. So first let us define what is locus. Write down locus of a point is the path traveled by that point maintaining some restriction or restrictions, that is there may be more than one restriction that is to be maintained by the point, and maintaining those restrictions the path traveled by the point is the locus of that point. For example, suppose on this plane, say this point is O, this is a fixed point, and the point P moves on this plane keeping a fixed distance from it. So it is obvious that the locus of the point will be a circle having that fixed point as center. Again, suppose points A and B are 2 points, given points, and a point moves on this plane keeping equal distances from these 2 points. This equals to this equals to this equals to this equals to this. So then this is the path traveled by the point, and you know this path is perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining the fixed 2 points. Similarly, suppose these are 2 intersecting straight lines. One is AB, another is C. They intersect, say, at the point E, and a point is to move on this plane keeping equal distances from these 2 fixed straight lines. Then you know the locus will be the angle bisectors. One is the interior angle bisector and another is the exterior angle bisector, because you know all the points lying on angle bisectors are at equal distances from the straight lines. So locus, what is locus? Locus is the path traveled by a point moving in plane or sometimes in space also, maintaining some restriction or restrictions. Okay. Next, let us go to equation to a locus. What is equation to a locus? Write down, equation to a locus is defined as the relation. Equation to a locus is defined as the relation between the abscissa and ordinates, of all the points lying on that locus. For example, suppose a point is moving keeping a distance 2 units from the x-axis. This distance is 2 units. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. Look, the straight line may be below x-axis, because in that case also distance may be 2 units. Now, from the knowledge of your class 10, you can say all the points lying on the straight line have their ordinate too. So for this reason, the equation to the locus of this point will be y equals to, and the equation to this line is y equals to minus 2. So equation to the locus of this point is y equals to, and in this case this is y equals to minus 2. This is the equation to the locus. Why? Because its ordinate must satisfy this condition, that is its ordinate must be 2 when it lies above the x-axis, and its ordinate is minus 2 when it lies below the x-axis. So this is equation to locus. Now we discuss the equation to locus of points. Write down the algorithm to find locus of a point. First step, take any point PHK on the locus. First you have to take any point PHK on the locus. Next, write the condition in mathematical form involving H and K. Number 2, write the conditions in mathematical form involving H and K. That conditions will be given in your problems. Number 3, try to get a single relation connecting H and K. You have to connect H and K by some relations. Okay? And the fourth step, you have to substitute H by X and K by Y to get the equation to the locus. So there are 4 steps. First step, you have to take any point PHK lying on the locus. In the second step, you have to write down the conditions given in the problem involving H and K. The third step, you have to try to find a single relation between H and K. And in the fourth step, you have to substitute H by X and K by Y to get the equation to the locus. These are the simple 4 steps to find the equation to a locus. So let us start the first problem of this chapter. Find the equation, write down, find the equation to the locus of a point equidistant from the points A 1, 3 and another point B whose coordinates are -2, 1. You have seen that a point moving keeping equal distances from 2 fixed points is the perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining those 2 points. That is, the locus will be in this way. Now we are asked to find the equation to this locus. For this, let PHK, write down, let PHK be any point lying on the locus. I will now write distance between P and A. This will be root over of H minus 1 whole square K minus 3 whole square units. Next write PB. Root over of H plus 2 whole square plus K minus 1 whole square units. Now, according to the given restriction, PA equals to PB. That implies PA square equals to PB square. We do this step to remove the root over sign. So now PA square will be H minus 1 whole square plus K minus 3 whole square equals to H plus 2 whole square plus K minus 1 whole square. Now write in this way, H plus 2 whole square minus H minus 1 whole square plus K minus whole square minus K minus 3 whole square equals to 0. Why do we arrange in this way? Because I want to apply the formula of a square minus b square to get it simplified more easily. So this will be 2h plus 1 into 3 plus 2k minus 4 into 2, because difference is 2, is equals to 0. This will be 6h plus 3 plus 4k minus 8 equals 0. 6h plus 4k equals to 5. And now go through the steps. First, number 1 step, we have taken PHK as any point on the locus. Next step, we have to write down the conditions or restrictions given in the problem in terms of H and K. We have written this. Next, using that restriction, we have find the relation between h and k. Find this. Third step is completed. Now the fourth step only remains. Now we have to substitute h by x and k by y to get the equation to the locus. So now the equation to the locus of the point p h comma k is 6x plus 4y is equal to 5. What does it mean? It means all the points lying on this locus must bear the property that if we multiply its abscissa by 6 and ordinate by 4 and add them, then we must have 5 in all the cases. That is, you take any point from this locus and apply this condition, that is multiply the abscissa of the chosen point by 6 and ordinate of the chosen point by 4 and add them, you must get the result 5. Okay? So this is the equation to the locus of the point P here. Next question. Find the locus of a point such that sum of its distances from the point 0, 2 and 0 minus 2 is 6. You can do it as homework. Suppose the given points are A is 0, 2, B is 0 minus 2. You have to take P, H, K as any point lying on the locus. According to the question, you have given PA plus PB, sum of its distances from the point this is, and PA plus PB is 6 units. So just find PA, then find PB, then put these values here. So you get a relation between H and K, then you have to remove the square root sign and you get the answer in this form. Answer will be 9x square plus 5y square is equals to 45. Look, this is the equation of an ellipse. You know it, you will learn it later. This is ellipse. Number 3. Find the locus of a point of intersection of the lines this. Here two straight lines are given, x cos alpha plus y sin alpha minus a equals 0 and another one is x sin alpha minus y cos alpha minus b equals 0. Alpha is the parameter. And you are asked to find the locus of the point of intersection of these two straight lines. So first let the point of intersection be PH, K. As PH, K is point of intersection of these two lines, so this must satisfy both the lines because the point of intersection lies on this line as well as this line also. So just substitute x and y by h and k here. H here is k. Right? Now number 10, say this is 1, this is 2. Now from 1 and 2 we have by the method of cross multiplication. H by, so this will be minus b sin alpha plus a cos alpha. Minus b sin alpha plus minus a cos alpha, because this is minus this is minus plus, so this will be minus. Then ky, this will be minus a sin alpha plus b cos alpha. Next 1 by this will be minus cos square alpha minus sin square alpha. Minus cos square alpha minus sin square alpha. Okay. So this will become ultimately minus 1, because this is minus 1, 1 by minus 1 is minus 1. So ultimately you get h equals to b sin alpha plus a cos alpha and k equals to a sin alpha plus b cos alpha. No, plus no, minus. A sin alpha minus b cos alpha. Now if we add them, then what we get? Add them, no, squaring and adding. H square plus k square. Then b square sin square alpha plus b square cos square alpha. This will become b square. A square cos square alpha plus a square sin square alpha. This will become a square, and plus 2ab sin alpha cos alpha minus 2ab sin alpha cos alpha, they cancel each other. So ultimately we get the relation connecting h and k. H and k are axis and ordinate of any point lying on the locus. So now we can write the equation to the locus by substituting h by x and k by y. So your answer will be equation to the locus of the point of intersection of the given lines is x square plus y square equals to a square plus b square. Afterward you will see that this is the equation of a circle. Next, a rod of length L units slides with its ends on two perpendicular lines. Find the locus of its midpoint. Very important question. You will find it in many question papers in future. Suppose these are two mutually perpendicular straight lines. We can take them as coordinate axis, no problem. And the rod is here, which is sliding. Sliding means its lower end moving in this way, its upper end moving in this way. Okay. So let us name the rod as AB. A rod of length L units. Its length is L units given. Slides with its ends on two perpendicular lines. Find the locus of its midpoint. So let us consider its midpoint as P within bracket h comma k. So write down. Let P h comma k be the midpoint of the rod AB, where say coordinate of A is a comma 0 and coordinate of B is 0 comma. So that means this distance OA is A units and OB is B units. Okay. So now from triangle OAB we have OA square plus OB square is equals to AB square. Simple by Pythagoras theorem. So you write A square plus B square equals to L square, because AB is L units given. This is relation 1. Now as we have considered PH comma K is midpoint of AB, so by section ratio formula that you have learned in class 9, correct? You have learned it in class 9. We can say H comma K is equals to a plus 0 by 2 comma 0 plus b by 2. That implies a is equals to a by 2 and a equals to b by 2. That implies a equals to 2h and b equals to 2k. Now, if we substitute these values of a and b in 1, then we can get relation between h and k. So, substituting these values of a and b in 1, we find 2h whole square, 2k whole square equals to l square. That ultimately gives us h square plus k square equals to l square by 4. So, we have reached the fourth step now. What we have to do now? Just substitute h by x and k by y to get the equation to the locus. So, write down. Hence, the equation to the locus of the midpoint of the rod is x square plus y square equals to l square by 4. Look, this is the equation of a circle. Next question. AB is a variable line segment sliding between two coordinate axes like the previous one in such a way that A lies on x axis and B lies on y axis. Okay. If P is a variable point on AB such that PA is B units and PB is A units, find the equation to the locus of P. Look, here P is not given to be the midpoint of AB. Here, distance of P from the ends A and B are given. And now on the basis of these informations, you have to find the locus of the point P. So, mind it, you have to draw diagram in all these cases. Okay? Without diagram, these problems, that is answers of these problems will be meaningless. You must draw diagram in all these cases. This is the sliding rod. Here it is given that A is on x-axis and B is on y-axis. Here P is a point on AB such that distance of it from A is B unit, that is this is B units from A to P and this is A units. So let coordinates of P be h comma k. Then it is obvious that this distance, let us name it, say this is m, this is n. So this is origin O. OAB is h. So as a consequence, Pn will be h. Pm is k here. So let us suppose this angle be theta. So write down, let angle OAB be theta. Then from triangle PMA, we find PM by AP, so that this will be sin theta. That implies PM is k here. Look, PM is k here, ordinate of the point P. So this is k and AP is B given is equals to sin theta. So you will get k equals to B sin theta. Next, from triangle BNP, you get NP by BP. This will be, look, this angle will be theta because they are corresponding angles, these lines are parallel. So NP by BP, this will be cos theta. That implies NP is h here and BP is small n given is equals to cos theta. So h will be a cos theta. So you get h and k. Now from this relation you can write sin theta. Sin theta is k by b, and from this relation cos theta is h by b. Okay. Now for all real values of theta we have sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. Sin theta is k by b. plus h by a whole square equals to 1. So when I have given you the algorithm, then in the third step I have told you that you have to try to get a relation between h and k. This is our attempt to get relation between h and k. So we ultimately find it, and this will be h square by a square plus k square by b square equals to 1. So in the fourth step we have to just substitute h by x and k by y. So we have to write, hence the equation to the locus of the point P is x square by a square plus y square by b square equals to 1. This is equation to an ellipse. You will see in later classes this will be an ellipse. Next question, if O is the origin and Q is a variable point lying on a curve, equation of the curve given x square equals 4y, find the locus of the midpoint of OQ. Right? The equation to the given curve is x square equals 4y. O is origin, Q is a variable point lying on this. Variable point means any point on this curve. So let us take coordinate of Q as, if you take y as t square, x becomes 4t square, so this is 2t comma t square. Look, if you take y as t square, so x square becomes 4t square, so x is 2t. So 2t comma t square can be taken as any point lying on this curve. Now take P, h comma k be the coordinate of the midpoint of OQ. This is the midpoint of OQ. O is origin. So you can write h comma k equals to 0 plus 2t whole by 2 and 0 plus t square whole by 2. So that implies you can write h equals to t by t, that is t, and k equals to t square by 2. Now you have to connect h and k by any means. Now look, if you eliminate the parameter t between these two relations, then h and k will be connected. How? Just substitute h in place of t here. So you get k equals to h square by 2. Why? Because t is h here. Okay. Then you get h square equals to 2k. You get the relation between h and k. Now write, hence the equation to the locus is, substitute h by x and k by y. This will be x square equals to 2y. This is the ultimate equation to the locus of the point. Next question, find the locus of a point which is equidistant from 1, 3 and x axis. This is 1, 3. Say this point is A, and your moving point is equidistant from the point 1, 3 and x axis. This is x axis. So let us take point P, h, k. What is the distance of this point from x axis? This is mod k. Why? Because P may lie below x axis, then this will be negative. So as it is distant, so you have to write mod k. Okay, this is AP. Now write, let ph comma k be any point lying on the locus, then its distance from x axis will be mod k units. mod k, mind it, mod k units. Okay. Now AP will be h minus 1 whole square plus k minus 3 whole square. So according to the given restriction, we have AP equals to mod h. So if you square both sides, then mod will be removed because mod h whole square is h square. Now AP square, this will be h minus 1 whole square plus k minus 3 whole square equals to h square. Then h square minus h minus 1 whole square equals to k minus 3 whole square. That implies 2h minus 1 into 1 is equals to k square minus 6k plus 9. That implies 2h equals to k square minus 6k plus 10. So ultimately we get relation between h and k. So hence the equation to the locus ph comma k is 2x equals to y square minus 6y plus 10. We can write the equation in this form also. In this form, that is y minus 3 whole square is equals to 2x minus 1. In this form also we can write this. Okay? And in all the cases, this represents a parabola. A parabola whose axis is parallel to x-axis. Here, this is mod k. AP is mod k. So this will be AP square equals to k square. AP square, this is x minus 1 whole square, k minus 3 whole square equals to k square. H minus 1 whole square, k square, k minus 3 whole square. H minus 1 whole square, this is k minus 3 into 3. K minus 9. So the equation to the locus will be x minus 1 whole square equals to 6y minus 9. Or rather you can write in this way also. X square minus 2x plus 1 equals to 6y minus 9. Or 6y equals to x square minus 2x plus 10. Okay. Next one is homework for you. Similar problem, you can do this. Find the locus of a point which moves such that its distance from the origin is 3 times its distance from x-axis. So if you take the point as hk, so your restriction will be its distance from the origin, that is OP, 3 times its distance from x-axis, 3 times its distance from x-axis. Again mod k, because when PHK is the point, its distance from x-axis will be mod k and its distance from y-axis will be mod h. Okay. Now simplify this, you will get the equation in this form. Answer will be x square is equals to 8y square. Next question. A rod of length L unit slides between the two perpendicular lines. Find the equation to the locus of the point of trisection. Point of trisection. Look, for any line segment, there exists 2 points of trisection. So this is A, this is B. One is this, one is this. This point divides AB in the ratio 1:2. This point divides it 2:1. Okay. So you have to do 2 cases. Length L units given. P H comma K. Be any point lying on the locus. Similar way, we can take coordinates of point A as A0 and B as 0, B. So you know OA square plus OB square equals to AB square. So OA square will be A square plus B square equals to A square. This is the first relation. Now, when P divides AB, internally the ratio 1:2. That is, PA is to PB is 1:2. Then we can write H comma K equals to 1:2. That is 1 into 0 plus 2 into A by 1 plus 2 comma 1 into B plus 2 into 0 by 1 plus 2. That implies H comma K, this will be 2A by 3, B by 3. So H equals to 2A by 3, K equals to B by 3. A will be 3H by 2, B is 3K. Now substitute these values in 1, we get 3H by 2 whole square plus 3K whole square equals to L square. That implies H square by 4 plus K square equals to L square by 9. Now you can write the equation to the locus as x square by 4 plus y square equals to L square by 9. Now in the second case, when P lies here, that is TA is to TB is 2:1. In that case, similarly, we get H comma K equals to 2:1. That is 2 into 0 plus 1 into A by 2 plus 1 comma 2 into B plus 1 into 0 by 2 plus 1. That implies H comma K is equals to A by 3 comma 2 by 3. That implies H equals to A by 3 and K equals to 2 by 3. That implies A equals to 3H and B equals to 3K by 2. Substitute these values in 1, we get 3H whole square, 3K by 2 whole square equals to L square. So ultimately we get H square by K square by 4 equals to L square by 9. So the equation will be x square plus y square by 4 equals to L square by 9. Next question. And probably this is the last question of today's class. Find the locus of the midpoint of the portion of the line x cos alpha plus y sin alpha x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equals to p, which is intercepted between the axes, locus of the midpoint. So this is our straight line which is given here. This is A, this is B. We have to find the midpoint PH comma its locus. This is O, this is X, this is X dash. This is Y, this is Y dash. Now we have to find coordinates of A and B first. For finding A, we know all the points lying on x axis have their ordinate 0. So putting y equals 0, we find x cos alpha equals to p. That implies x equals to p sec alpha. So coordinate of A will be p sec alpha comma 0, and coordinate of B will be, for this put y equals 0 here, why not x equals 0 here, you get y sin alpha equals to p. That implies y equals to p cosec alpha. So coordinate of B will be 0 comma p cosec alpha. Now proceed in the similar way. H comma k, this is midpoint of AB. So this will be equal to p sec alpha by 2 comma p cosec alpha by 2. That implies H equals to p sec alpha by 2 comma k equals to p cosec alpha by 2. That implies you get cos alpha equals to p by 2h, and from this step sin alpha equals to p by 2k. Now we know for all real values of alpha, sin square alpha plus cos square alpha equals to 1. That implies p by 2k whole square, p by 2h whole square equals to 1. That implies you can write 1 by k square plus 1 by h square equals to 4 by p square. Now we can write equation to the locus as 1 by x square plus 1 by y square equals to 4 by p square. This is the equation to the locus of the point PH comma P. Okay. So today we have completed our class. So you have to do lot of problems at your home using your textbooks. Hope you can do all the rest of the problems. Thank you.